Welcome, children. Take out your history book. Chapter 3, The American War of Independence. Today's topic, nationalism. Now, what is nationalism? Nationalism is an idea which brings about in the 18th century. Now, nationalism is what? It is an idea. It came during the 18th century. In very simple terms, it can be understood as the members of nation asserting their national identity that may lead to action that the members of a nation take to achieve or sustain self-determination. Now, in simply we can say that it is a member of nation. They take their national identity, and this identity leads their work that members of a nation state want to achieve, that is self-determination. Nationalism is a sentiment, means it is an opinion that is based on common culture characteristics of a nation. Nationalism it is an opinion which is based on the common cultural characteristics of a nation. It is an ideology that brought the people of the country together irrespective of their territories, religious belief, tradition, caste and creed. Now, it is what? It's an ideology, and this ideology, it has brought the people together, brought the people of the country together. May their different religious beliefs are different, and tradition, caste and creeds are different. It is one of the determining factors of modern history. And what is it? It is one of the determining factors of modern history. After the American and French Revolution in the 18th century, nationalism spread to Central Europe in the 18th century. After American and French Revolution in the 18th century, nationalism, it even spread to Central Europe in the 19th century. Thus, the 19th century has been called the age of nationalism in Europe. And so, 19th century, what it is called? It is called the age of nationalism in Europe. By the beginning of the 20th century, nationalism started spreading all over the colonized lands of Asia and Africa. Now, by the beginning of 20th century, what happened? Nationalism, it started to spread all over the colonized lands of India, Asia and Africa. In India too, the spirit of nationalism united the countrymen against the British colonial. Now in India too, what happened? The spirit of nationalism, it united all the countrymen against this British colonial rule. American War of Independence. The 18th century remained a witness to many changes in the world, including the Industrial Revolution that has been discussed in the now 18th century. What it remained? It remained as a witness that brought many changes in the world. It includes the Industrial Revolution. When the Industrial Revolution was taking place in Britain in the 18th century. Now, Industrial Revolution, it took place in the, it was taking place in Britain during the 18th century. European settlers in America were organizing a political revolution to end the British colonial rule. Now, European settlers living in America, they were organizing one political revolution because they wanted to end the British colonial rule over them and establish an independent and democratic rule. This revolution was an important landmark as it was the first movement in history in people asserted the right to rule themselves. And this revolution, what is it? It is the first movement in history, and in which people they asserted that they wanted the right to rule themselves. This revolution was the American Revolution, also known as American War of Independence. This revolution was only American Revolution, and it was also known as the American War of Independence. British colonies in India. After the discovery of America in the 15th century, some European countries such as France, Holland, Britain and Spain decided to establish colonies and settlement in the New World. Now, when America was discovered in the 15th century. Now, after the discovery of America, some European countries, that is France, Britain, Spain, all these countries, they decided that they would establish their colonies and settlements in the New World. By the mid-18th century, 13 colonies were established along the eastern coast of North America. Now, by the 18th century, what happened? 13 colonies, they established their own colony. 13 colonies, they established their colonies in the eastern coast of North America. The majority of the settlers were from it, and majority of settlers, they belong from Britain. Each colony had its assembly consisting of elected representatives. Each colonies, what they had their own assembly, and each assembly consisted of their representatives, which made its own laws and lived taxes. Now these colonies, means this colonies, they made their own laws and own lived taxes. As this British colonies, the British government appointed a governor in each of these colonies. Now as they were all British colonies, so British government, they appointed a governor in each of these colonies. The governor main task was to promote British interest instead of protecting the interest of the colony. Now, what was the main aim of the governor? The governor's main aim, means main word, was to promote the British interest instead of protecting the interest of the colonies. Furthermore, the British government enforced heavy taxes and many restrictions on free business and commerce. And moreover, the British government, they even took high taxes and many restrictions were imposed on the free business and commerce. This measure hindered the economic development of the colony. Now, the measures taken by the British government, they put obstacles in the economic development of the colony. This led to increase in resentment among the colony, and it increased the resentment among the colony. Gradually, the opposition of the British government's right to enact laws and taxes the colonies without the representative in the British Parliament began to emerge. Now, gradually, what happened? The opposition there was opposition to the British government's right to enact laws and taxes. The colonies, without their representative in the British Parliament, they emerged and they grew. Causes of American Revolution. Now, what were the causes of the American Revolution? First is the economic exploitation. By the mid-18th century, 13 colonies developed this prosperous agricultural settlement, mainly the ones in the south. Now, by the 18th century, what happened? 13 colonies, they developed into prosperous agricultural settlement, and mainly one of this in the south. The northern colonies had to set up industries and continue a flourishing overseas trade. Now, northern colonies, they had to set up industries and they had to continue a flourishing overseas trade. To control the overseas trade, the British government passed certain laws which were beneficial to Britain but exploited the colonies economically. Now, British government, what they did, they passed some laws, and these were good. That means they were profitable for the Britain, but they exploited the colonies economically. Restriction of expansion of the colonies. The British colonies were on the eastern coast of America. Now, British colonies, where they were? They were on the eastern coast of America. The western part was not under the British, but the western part, it was not under the British territory. The colonists wanted to expand their territories into west to increase their trade and agricultural production. The colonies, what they wanted to expand their territories into the west, and they even wanted to increase the trade and agricultural production. However, King George III of Britain restricted the colonies from expanding there. Now, King George III, he was from Britain. He restricted the colonies from expanding to the west. He wanted the British government to develop direct trade links with the Native Americans that ended there. Now, what he wanted? He wanted that the British government to develop the direct trade link with the Native Americans, and this enriched the colony. Imposition of new taxes. The main reasons of the colonies started rebelling against the mother country. Now, main reasons of these colonies, what they started to do, they started rebelling against their own mother country, that is Britain, was due to the heavy taxes. Why they started rebelling against their mother country? Because Britain, mother country, that was Britain, due to heavy taxes issued by the Britain. The 7 Years' Wars between Britain and France proved to be expensive for Britain. Now, 7 Years' Wars, it was held between Britain and France. This proved to very expensive for the Britain. Hence, Britain looked to her colonies in America to generate the much needed wealth. Now, so Britain, what they looked to her, that was they looked at the colonies in Britain because they wanted to generate the need of wealth. The money was raised by levying heavy taxes on the colonies. The money, how it was raised? It was laid by raising heavy taxes on the colonies. But the colonies refused to share the burden of the war expenses of Britain. But the colonies, what they refused? They refused to share the burden of the war expenses of the Britain. In 1764, the British Parliament passed the Sugar Act that imposed a tax on sugar imports. Now, 1764, what happened? British Parliament, they passed a Sugar Act. Now, in Sugar Act, it was imposed a tax on sugar imports, which affected local traders as they could not buy sugar at cheaper. Now, this Sugar Act, it affected the local traders because they could not buy sugar at cheap price. The next act passed in 1765 by Britain was the Stamp. Next act, which was passed by Britain, that was the Stamp Act, which made an affixation of revenue stamps on legal documents mandatory. Now, in Stamp Act, it became mandatory that they would have to affix one revenue stamp. It was on all legal documents. The merchants and the manufacturers of the colonies refused to pay the taxes required to get the revenue stamp. Now, merchants and the manufacturers of this colony, what they did? They refused that they would not pay the tax which are required to get the revenue stamp. The colonies questioned Britain's legal power to impose taxes. Now, colonies, they started questioning Britain's legal power to impose taxes on them. Especially since they had no experience in the British Parliament, they opposed that. As they had no experience, so what they did? They started opposing the act. They protested with the slogan, "No taxation without representation." And what they started giving the slogan, that is, "No taxation without representation," against the British, and forced the British Parliament to withdraw that. Now, when this slogan started, what happened? As they went against the law act and started protesting, so British Parliament had to withdraw the Stamp Act. A number of taxes was imposed on in 1767 by the British Parliament through the Revenue Act. Now, many taxes was imposed in 1767 by British Parliament through the Revenue Act. The Commissioner of Custom Act, the Immediate Act, Indemnity Act, and the Indemnity Act and the New York Restraining Act. All these acts. These acts are together known as Townshend Act. Now, see, three acts, that is the Revenue Act, the Commissioners of Custom Act, the Indemnity Act, and the New York Restraining Act. These three acts together were known as Townshend Acts, which were taxed imposed on imports of tea, paper, glass, and pen. Now, these taxes were taken from the imports of tea, paper, glass, and pen. The purpose of imposing these taxes was to raise revenue from the American colony. Now, what was the main aim? Main aim of taking this tax, means raising this tax, was to raise a revenue from the American colony. Influence of the European philosophers and thinkers. Now, the American revolutionaries were influenced by the idea of modern European philosophers like John Locke, Thomas Paine, and John Milton, who inspired them to fight against the colonial rule to obtain liberty. Now, American revolutionaries, they were attracted by the ideas of modern European philosophers, that is by John Locke, Thomas Paine, and John Milton. They inspired, their thoughts, their writings inspired them to fight against the colonial rules to obtain the liberty. Thomas Jefferson stated that the American people had the right to revolt against an unjust government. Now, Thomas Jefferson, he stated that American people, they have the right to revolt against the unjust government. Thomas Paine guided the people through the article on overthrowing the British colony. Now, Thomas Paine, he guided the people through his article to overthrow the British colonial government. European philosophers and thinkers influenced the Americans to fight against. Now, European philosophers and thinkers, they even inspired the Americans to fight against the British rule. And now, take out your diary, write chapter 3, the American War of Independence, 3 pages, explain, homework, revise it. And with this, I am ending my today's class. Goodbye.